I like my title. But I decided to make this video because this week has been very familiar. um, and what I'm going to do is share a few stories to kind of drive home my point. But I had two interactions, one with this guy at the gym and one with this girl. And I was just thinking, like, I used to have this mindset. I can kind of like spot the faults in their plan, but it's kind of hard to tell people that, because if you're not old enough or mature enough to take criticism, then it comes off as like hate and negativity. So, just let people do their thing. But it reminded me of me when I was in my 20s, and I was really obsessed with like hookah. I don't know why. It was a thing back then. And at the same time, I did have a business, but it was more of a hustle than like a real legitimate business. Not a lot of expenses, not a lot of like overhead. So it's okay. The money was good. But what I really wanted to do was start a hookah bar, a hookah lounge, because all of the hookah lounges we had been to were like shit. And I had it in my mind that I was gonna have this like really high end hookah lounge and whatnot. And at the time, there was this guy that could get funding. So I had it in my mind that, I would get funding from the guy, $50,000, and go ahead and start my hookah lounge. The funding fell through. That shit never worked. And maybe like, this had to be like 2013-ish. And now we're like 10 years past that. But it's like, now what I know about business, after experience, after the hard work, after all of the money invested, that business would have probably been failed within the first 30 days. The whole $50,000 spent, and the building probably would have been burnt to the ground. And it reminded me of these two current situations. Both happened within the same week. And I'm not, bringing this up to shit on anyone or, make anyone feel bad, but hopefully this can help someone with at least setting expectations on what it takes when you're, what it takes when you're in business. So first one is the girl. She just already has trouble with life. Bad at managing money, just bad at everything. And she took it up on herself to go out and inquire about leasing a building. And just to not dox anyone, like doxing is like revealing someone's identity. We're going to use a different scenario. Same person, same concept, but I'm not trying to, put anyone's business if anyone's trying to connect any dots. So she was trying to lease a building, let's say for a restaurant. No money, no credit, like literally no nothing. And she was waiting for the people to, come back with an answer about if they were going to approve or deny her. And I already knew what was going to happen. So they came back and they denied her. And like, she took that to heart. Like, it made her sad and down, and all because you had like very high expectations and high hope, but discounted like the actual work and discipline and everything else that comes with that. Because even if the people would have let her in the door, which they would not have, it would have failed, because there's other things that you tried to skip to get to this place that you, money management, all of this stuff. But I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to get a loan from a bank. Why would a bank loan me money? I haven't even displayed the characteristics of being worthy to be loaned money. So why would they do that? But I know that at the time, I know that in my 20s, I'm like, just think, hey, that's what banks are for. Um, then this guy I was talking to at the gym, he was like, he he was basically going from being a renter to a first time homeowner with less than 6 figure income. Now imagine that. Now I didn't even tell you the kicker. His first home was a $3 million home, like that they went toward and everything, like as the house was being built. And he had it in his mind that, well, hey, God would provide, but it's like you skip the work. Like that's a big stretch. Maybe God will provide you with a beginner $100,000 house, maybe. But that's just a whole lot of hopefulness and pipe dreaming and daydreaming, but you didn't do anything about it. And that's why the title, and I'm not trying to shoot at anyone, but that's why the title is like, be fucking for real. It's like, in what world do you get to skip all of these steps and just that's promised land shit? In what world do I get to be a brand new supposed entrepreneur with poor credit, poor money management, no nothing, no assets, but I just get to skip to owning a brick and mortar location business? In what world do I get to have low income, maybe okay credit, no assets, and get to skip into a $3 million house? So again, that's what the title was about being for real. Like, you have to, in business, really in life, just set realistic expectations. Not saying that I cannot go and get a hookah bar, or the person cannot go and get the house, or the other person cannot go and get their brick and mortar location, but you can't discount the work. You can't skip over the work. And I get it. In your 20s, you lack experience. I even know 30 and 40 and 50-year-olds still with that mindset. It's really a mindset thing. If you lack experience, you don't really know any better. Because for 30 years of my life, I was in a mindset that something would fall out of the sky and just happen for me just because I was so special. But as I got older and got more experience and have children, you learn like nothing's going to be handed over to you. If you want anything out here in the world, you're essentially going to have to work for it, which we've been told this since we were children. Like, you have to do work. So, whole point of this video is, if you're facing any problem in your business, there's literally one answer, and the answer is work. Because as you work, you learn. And as you learn, you begin to solve problems that have you in these situations where you're capped out. And when I say capped out, I mean a lot of us, we may be doing business, but we may not even be happy with the business that we're doing. Like, when you were making no money, all you had in your mind was like, I want to make 10K per month. So you have to navigate and solve all problems that are less than 10K per month. Then when you hit 10K per month, you upgraded your lifestyle. Then 10K seem not like a lot of money anymore. Then you're like, well, I want to do 30K per month. But to go from 10 to 30 requires different skills, requires different effort, requires different work. So now, you may be stuck trying to navigate the problems of that income range. Same as when you go to 100K per month and $1 million per month and $10 million per month. And again, the only answer is work. So hopefully this helps somebody. If the two people, I know for sure will probably never see this video, but if the girl is watching, again, no shade, no shot. That's why I threw myself into the mix. I've been there. But I know it's tricky trying to tell people this in the moment, because I know how they can come off, and people don't be trying to hear shit. But you kind of have to let people experience things on their own. But it does make for a good story for me to tell. Hopefully it helps somebody. But yeah, if y'all found this helpful or entertaining, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Also share it to friends that may be on their bullshit right now. Also subscribe. Thanks for watching.